But I got a Diamond Race Products one. They sell one for the Daytona 660. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Today, we're going to be doing something very incredible and something that this bike, in my opinion, absolutely needs. And that's going to be changing out the rear set. So we're going to go from the stock ones to a whole race set. I'll show you what they look like in just a second. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This is my first time ever having a bike, if you guys don't know. So I've never ridden a motorcycle besides mine. And I don't know how big of a difference a rear set is going to make. It has some adjustability, and we're going to go through some of the reasons why we went with the one that we did. But let's go ahead and put the bike on stand so that way we can level the bike out and we can show you what the old set and where my legs sit from the stock ones versus the aftermarket ones. Let me know in the comment section below, do you think this is going to be a huge game changer? Am I going to really notice a difference, or is it going to be something that really I just kind of wasted money on? I'm really looking forward to figuring that out because I've never actually owned, like I said, a bike with rear sets. So join me as we install those. So now we have the bike on stands. Let's go ahead and get on it and show you how the stock foot pegs sit for me and how the new ones, you know, we can compare the before and after. So obviously this bike's a ton taller. And this is generally the riding position that I'm in. I usually put my heels all the way back. And usually I am notified by hitting this right here that my feet are as far back as they can be. And then when I start to lean on my bike, I say lean because I'm not the best at leaning. You'll see that in order to get my leg up here where I think it should, you know, be a little more comfortable, it doesn't really happen naturally because I would have to almost put my feet on the tippy toes. So if I try to lean, let's say I'm leaning, like my leg is not up. Like I would have to forcefully push it up to be able to do that kind of. And now I feel like my leg's actually against the tank when I do that. But again, in a more natural position where I feel like my feet want to go, they go right here. And I'm almost not even touching the tank pads. And even if I scoot all the way back, like I should, and then do that again, like that's where my leg ends up, which I think I need it to be a little bit higher, which is why we got which is why we ended up getting the race set. And let me show you what they look like in just a second. But again, that's what we're gonna end up doing. So let me bring you a little bit closer. So bringing you in closer, this is what the stock setup looks like. There's not any adjustability. There's not really much of anything. I'm looking at the other side. Again, not really much wiggle room. I do have a quick shifter, so again, the hard part of this is I've never done anything like this. I assume it's going to be easy, but where my assumptions may be wrong, let's go ahead and open what I got. I already opened it and kind of started to see how it's done, but I got a Diamond Race Products one. They sell one for the Daytona 660. The hardest part about trying to find anything for this bike is that there's not many people who actually make anything for it. So makes it a little complex to even buy anything. One race set that I've seen cost like $900. So didn't really want to invest that much because I didn't know if it was worth it or not. But these were about $500, so halfway there. The one thing I do have to say, and I don't like, is they don't come with instructions. So you're going to have to kind of figure it out. Again, if you already know how rear sets work, then you're good to go. But I don't. I've already kind of laid out how the bolts are going to be, what goes into what. But let's go ahead and start building this. I think first and foremost, we're going to end up trying to do this side, or we actually might do the brake side first. Because to me, that's going to be one of the more harder sides to really get down. So we'll start taking this side apart. As far as I'm aware, it's 2 bolts here to remove. Then I have to figure out what to do here. And then I'm pretty sure there's a bolt here in the back. And then this should come out. So wish me luck. Alrighty guys, well we finally got one side installed. It was a heck to try to figure out everything because again this doesn't have instructions, but let me try to give you a rundown of what happened. So for anyone who's done one of these, you be like, duh, this is obvious and everything. But one, obviously the 2 bolts here that you need to take out. Then I didn't think about it, but this master reservoir or whatever needs to actually bolt up to this piece here, so that way when you actually push on the brake, it doesn't move the whole thing. And then obviously, so there's a bolt here, one in the middle, and then there's another bolt that holds the switch, so that way whenever you stop, it actually indicates in the back. And then this little bolt, I have a cotter pin here that I still need to bend so that way it doesn't pop out. But this side's good to go. Now we got to start on the other side. The only reason I'm a little iffy about this side is because this side is going to be very easy. It's so simple. But the actual quick shifter side, because again, I have a quick shifter, so I don't know how this is going to work with this little piece. So I may end up reusing this kind of mechanism and then just using the foot peg that they have. But who knows? We'll see. Let's hope for the best and let's give her the old college try. Alright guys, well we finally got done both sides. The side with the brake actually took the longest because you have to get everything situated. But I think we're going to enjoy it. So on this side, I'll show you how quick it is. It's very, very simple for the shifter side. But yeah, I absolutely think that this is 100% worth it. And honestly, my feet feel like they're a little bit better planted. I don't know in regards to where my actual feet or my leg sits now. So if I do what I normally do, this is where I sit, which honestly I think is a huge improvement, because now my leg actually starting to touch the tank, which before I would be more like this. And this is me like intentionally pushing my legs down, and I can feel a little bit of a kink or like tension in my ankle because I'm pushing myself down. And on the more comfortable, like, I think this right here would be exactly where I would feel the most comfortable. Which honestly definitely changes the way the bike feels a little bit. Feels a little more aggressive, I want to say, just because I'm pushed up and then I'm still leaned over. I know this obviously isn't the most aggressive position in the world, but yeah, I think honestly, guys, if you guys wanted some sporty foot pegs that do have, I think it's 4 pieces adjustment. I know there's some other ones that have a shoot ton more. But honestly, for the price, like I said, I think I paid $500 for these. I think they're actually really good. The only thing I do wish is this little nub right here for the brake and the shifter. I'm mainly noticing it on the shifter, but they're very thin. I was sure they were just a little bit thicker, so it wouldn't hurt the foot. Obviously, I've not ridden it yet, but let me know, guys, in the comment section below. Like I said, we'll do the before and now after of where I am sitting more naturally. And yeah, let me know. Do you guys think this is a worthwhile? I'm obviously gonna go out for a ride and see how it goes. I will take you guys along so that way you guys can see. But that's gonna be the end of this video. Just a quick, easy rear foot peg design. But before we end the video, let me bring you around. So here is obviously what you would say the passenger side, which is where the brake is, and then here is where the other side is. So this side's honestly a lot easier. I wish I would have started with this side, because literally this U-joint and then the foot peg and this, and you're done. And then here it's just literally this bolt. And then you honestly have to take the old little connecting rod here and then replace it with this one, and then boom, the quick shifter is already installed. You do need to mess around with this a little bit, because if this has some adjustability, and depending if you go up and down, it makes it very, very hard. So when I went all the way up, it felt good for the foot right here, but I cannot find neutral to save my life, because it wasn't enough I want to say slag or lenience in order for me to actually shift up into neutral. It would instantly go into second, so I had to drop it down just a little bit, and I'm talking about here because you have threads, until when I would go up halfway I could find neutral pretty easy. But there you guys have it. Apologies, I'm very, very sweaty, but there you guys have it. If you don't know, my family loves motorcycles. I have one there. It's a Harley, or this is a Honda, and then there is a Harley there, and then obviously my Daytona. I've not ridden any of those bikes because they're not mine. I don't plan on riding them. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I don't know how I'm editing this, but as always, guys, if you guys have any questions, concerns, or comments, this video was kind of just a spur in the moment. Like, I just thought, you know, let's get some rear foot pegs. And honestly, when I do this on a Saturday, I have some plans tomorrow, so I really didn't want to lengthen this. I just wanted to get it done and call it a day. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And as always, we'll catch you in the next video. And you guys got to remember, you guys got to grind to shine. And with that being said, peace out. Look out for the first ride when we actually are out riding with the foot pegs, because I think it's going to be a pretty gnarly ride. But needless to say, it's probably going to be a different video. So with that said, peace out.